Okay, in this video, we're just going to do an example using a summation and do some simplification. So I have this sum of sums, and I want to simplify this into a single sum. But once again, I'm going to notice that my bounds just don't match. All right, they're just not there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a change of variable on this sum to make it have bounds from 1 to n so that I can work with it. So I'm going to write it up here. J equals 2 to n plus 1. And notice I want this in terms of k. So I'm going to say let k equal, well, I need to bring this 2 down to a 1. So if k is equal to j minus 1, then we're going to start at 2, we're going to subtract 1, and we're going to get a 1, which is exactly what we want over there. So again, I always like writing this both ways. So if k is equal to j minus 1, then j is equal to k plus 1. Okay, and over here we have 1 over j squared. So this is our original, and I want to use a change of variable to convert it. So I'm going to do step 1, which is look at my bounds. So my lower bound, we have here that j equals 2, and I want to use this equation up here to substitute. So this becomes k equals 2 minus 1 equals 1. So our lower bound is going to be k equals 1. Okay, then we do the upper bound. We have our upper bound right here is that j equals n plus 1. And again, I'm going to substitute that back into this equation up here. And we're going to get k equals n plus 1 minus 1, which is n. So our upper bound is going to be k equals n, which is exactly what we wanted. And then step 2 is to do the body of our summation. So we had 1 over j squared. And now I'm going to use the second equation, j equals k plus 1, and substitute k plus 1 in for j. Plus 1 squared. Okay, and that's going to be the body of my summation here. So now we can substitute this term in for that term. And so I'm going to do this on the next page. I'm going to rewrite the problem. And now I'm going to substitute for that second summation. And let's go back and refresh ourselves. We're going from k equals 1 to n. of 1 over k plus 1 squared. Okay, now, so this is by substitution. Now I can combine these two sums using the first property of summations. And again, we could simplify the algebra in here a little bit, but I'm not as concerned about that. Let's do it very quickly. So I'm going to multiply this by k plus 1 squared. To get a common denominator. And since I'm running out of room, I'm going to erase some of this and just add the 1. Right. What I'm most concerned in this module is that you can simplify down to a single summation. Right, the rest of this is just algebra, and I'm not as interested in the algebra.